So yes, to where you started with, we need angel investors, wealthy individuals and families within Pakistan, pooling up their capital, forming angel syndicates, and getting the deals to a stage where they're ripe for venture capitalists. One of the things that I've seen with angels is that they're taking a very individual approach. They're not pooling the capital together. So if somebody allocates, say, $1 million or $2 million to make these early stage investments, that's not going to be enough. It's inherently a very high risk, high reward asset class where you need to make 10, 15, 20 investments for a couple of them to work out. And my fear is that people who are allocating $1 million, $2 million to sort of play in this space, they're going to have a negative experience down the road. So every time I talk to angel investors or wealthy individuals, I always recommend to pool money, form a syndicate, have maybe $10 million allocated and spread the 50K, 100K tickets across a large number of investments.
Perfect. Great. So I'm going to take that point and ask this question to Abdurrahman. Abdurrahman represents how many of you know about Orient ACs? Orient. Yeah. So he belongs to Orient. He's the majorly sponsoring our show. Just kidding. I'm feeling right. I'm trying to pass hints. So anyway, build up on that. Families with deep pockets. How open would you be in forming that syndicate with other, richer folks or maybe funds?
Very open. Just like this gentleman just said that he used a very interesting term of angel investor. I think I'm also in this club. I was also an accidental investor. I had no bigger aim or mission of getting into the VC world. When we first invested, we acquired this company, Smart Devices. So this was an Internet of Things company, and this was, I think, 1 year ago. And at that time, we were looking to get some good talent. We were not looking for some good technology. We were looking for some good talent, and that's how we got into this investment game. But after that, I made another investment on the show. That was the idea product, and it was Virgin Trees. But in between these two investments, I evaluated a dozen startups because I was exploring talent, getting companies that make sense for us, for the bigger parent company to invest into. So we were very selective of the spaces that we were investing in. We were not investing openly. So we chose Internet of Things and we chose e-commerce because for us it made sense for our bigger mission of where we'd like to see our group in, let's say, 3 years. So one thing I realized was that for me, the main important thing at this point would be it's very good reason all these funds are coming, but I'm very concerned about success stories, the rate of success stories, and I think that is extremely important if you want to have these funds, these people stay here in long term, and if you like to see our companies grow. And I felt that there's a lot of work that needs to be done in this space. Not all, but most of the startups that I met, unfortunately, they were very good people, very good kids. They were very good in their fields, in their technologies, their products, but they were not good in business. In fact, they were not even thinking of business, and this is really shocking for me. So I think that a lot of work needs to be done. The investment that I made with Nabeel in Virgin Teas, and those very good chaps, but they in need of some coaching.
They need mentoring. They need your time
in terms of business. So I think that the point that we need to pull together funds, I think it's a safer. I feel it's a safer option even for.
It has your risk as single investor, right?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Great. So building on that, I'm going to ask Jonas, who's basically German, but has worked most of his life now in the Far East. We've seen the Vietnamese ecosystem, the entrepreneurial ecosystem of Vietnam, and also Indonesia, and also Malaysia. You're an expert there. You made some investments there. Can you map where we stand when compared to the Vietnamese, because that's how it started off. We were discussing offline, and you mentioned how rich families started investing in companies, and now there's a proper VC play there in that region. Can you compare that region with Pakistan for us?
Yes, so the interesting thing for me, if I look at ecosystems, is you have all the different players, all the different components. It's not only about, is VC there, yes or no? Are there companies there, yes or no? Are there angels there, yes or no? But rather, everything needs to kind of develop at the same pace, and sometimes you have a little bit more money and the entrepreneurs are lacking, and at other times you have more investable companies, but not enough capital chasing that. If I look at the situation in Pakistan and what I've seen over the past 18 months or so that we've been speaking very closely, I think it is a very clear case that the raw ingredients around talent is there, the appetite is very clearly there, the raw numbers are huge, and there are interesting companies starting to pop up. And we may be at a point where there is a lack of funding, even though I do feel a little bit concerned with these numbers, as Moniz was saying, rushing in, is that really the right amount of capital chasing the right number of deals? So what we need to be very careful about is how can we make sure that the ecosystem, the different pieces kind of develop in the right balance, and that we therefore do not kill it off by having angels burned, for example, or by having VCs burned, by having entrepreneurs leave without getting the money. And there I think we're still talking about very early days. At the same time, one more point I would like to make. If I look at a lot of the ecosystems in Far East, so places like Singapore, like Vietnam, like Indonesia, they don't develop in the Silicon Valley. They don't develop in the Austin way. They have their own development path, and local families and local enterprises always have a much bigger role to play and have more maturity compared with the so-called developed ones. So instead of trying to fight local families or try to keep those investment groups out of it, I think the much more interesting piece is how can we align use that for capital, for distribution support, for helping one of the extra pieces in there to help development.
Fantastic, excellent. I'm going to come to Chris and Liz, who are friends from Austin. My question is, why Pakistan? Why focus on $20 million fund on Pakistan when there are many other, well, you have India right next door, relatively more booming ecosystem. Why take the bigger risk?
Well, emerging markets are something that I've been interested in for a while, and it's always been something that we knew was going to be coming. To share two others with you, one of them was Iceland and another one was Chile. We knew that eventually we would expand overseas, and through the ATX PAC program, that just kind of our involvement through that, and then being involved in that through the past year and things, that really kind of fast forwarded and presented the opportunity. We were in the right place at the right time on that. But as far as going to the 150 million funds that are coming here, I see that it's kind of good news and bad news in a way, because yes, Pakistan is relatively capital starved, and that can be a good thing in a way where it teaches startups to be actually scrappy and really bootstrap in a way and really grow effectively. And then there is a point where you do need additional capital to grow. But going from 1839's perspective in choosing Pakistan, we've been involved in this in fast runs for probably a little bit over a year. What really concerns me is the people that saw the announcement by us, and I'm not saying that there was, but if they saw the announcement by us probably a little bit over a month ago, and all of a sudden they say, me too, you have to know the market, and you have to know the ecosystem before you just can jump in, because there is risk. Of course there's risk here, but there's lots of opportunity. But at the same time, you want smart money, you don't want dumb money coming in.
Yeah, to go off of that point, it was right time, right place, being able to partner with PITB and Plan 9, and obviously, working with the U.S. Consulate. The opportunities here, meeting the entrepreneurs in Austin, was an incredible experience. All of the, when they would pitch at Capital Factory, the judges sat there just in awe. The talent is here, and we can build a company here and the technology here for cheaper, but going back to your point, the business acumen is not there, and that's where we can come in and partner. It's really important to shape the talent and the opportunity that's here, but put it into kind of a business plan. And you say, you're entrepreneurs by trade, but you accidentally got into this. That's where U.S. venture capital is born on entrepreneurship. So it's incredible to have your business experience and speak to that to these entrepreneurs and help them in that. But yeah, the opportunity here is tremendous.
Great. So I have a question for you, Dr. Omar. It's going to be, I can switch off the cameras if you want, but there's certain things the government has done to promote entrepreneurs and investors. There's lots that the government has not done. So what is it that the government has not done, and what will you do about it if you ever get the opportunity to change certain things in the government priorities system?
Well, there's a lot that the government has done. So I don't want to do actually, in fact, I have a history of doing this even before I took up the government job, but we did this in the government because no one else was at the time doing it, and the government had to step in, seed this, and this has led to great things, so that's wonderful. I worry about two things now. One, this aspect of a Me Too, of people not understanding the space and just getting in because it sounds cool, or they want a part of this glory. That potentially could be harmful. So I worry about that. So some deals going sour just because the investor was not mature enough. And